something went on here, something went on there.
This time on TNT.
It's our holiday spectacular.
We play some special TNT Christmas jams.
Plus the third annual holiday hum-off. That's all coming up right now on TNT. Ah.
Merry Christmas, Bod.
You too, Bod. Noel, the angels did sing, what to certain boy shepherds in fields where they lay.
The camera's
it's
shaking.
It's the fields. In fields where they...
He's doing it on the set, so everything's shattering.
Now,
floorboards.
I don't want to sell anyone down the river, but we do have it on good authority that Brad has maybe heard our loving tribute to Crash Test Dummies. And that's pretty exciting. Well, that's the word on the street, that he liked it. Which means he took it in the spirit with which it was intended, which is
yes, and I feel bad because I felt I might have been like harsh, so I don't really know him.
Don't Brad apologize. He loved it.
I'm just saying, don't Brad. But still.
Okay, here's a new word.
It's still a classic.
A new word is brad. B-R-A-H-D. It's when someone hears us pay loving tribute to them and has a good sense of humor about it. They're a Brad. And that's what Brad Roberts is. He's the first Brad. Thanks for having a good sense of humor about it, Brad. Noel, born is the king. No word if Ellen has heard it.
I'm sure she loves it.
Do you know what would be awesome?
Almost as much as the Bare Naked Ladies love the Stephen
They
Babe.
love it. Are you kidding? They love it. Hey, Tags, you know how as we're writing the book, we've decided that each province will have bod ambassadors?
Yes.
And
love that.
Like Fortunate Ones are going to contribute something from Newfoundland. Patrick Ledwell's going to contribute something from PEI. Ricky and Maple Syrup Shots guys have contributed from their respective regions.
Bod Jay Unright will be taking care of Alberta.
Unbelievable. And what this does is it allows us to cast a wider net and get some hot tips in places that we realistically couldn't know.
Did Mr. Jared Kiso hook us up with some Montreal tips?
Yeah.
How about that? That's fantastic. And then, of course, Letterkenny dropping on Christmas at Season 2.
I'm really excited. It's like Christmas for grown-ups, Letterkenny Season 2. And I know when the show first came out, we talked about the challenge of taking a 3-minute sketch and making it a half-hour show and then making it a whole season. Well, as I've mentioned, I got to see Season 2, and it is astonishing what they've been able to do as far as build a world beyond these kind of, in a 3-minute sketch, they're kind of one-note characters, but they give them range and depth and experiences and likes and dislikes. And Season 2 is so awesome, and I loved Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
good stuff.
Really excited about that. So this is my point. We don't have a bod ambassador for Manitoba. Yeah. Maybe Brad could be our...
maybe.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Because we played, when we were there, we were at the Pyramid Cabaret, and he used to work there.
Yeah.
Maybe he could be our Manitoba ambassador.
We got to do it. That would be fantastic.
And the other thing that we're doing is using aggressive verbs.
Yeah.
So when people give tips, it's you have to crush some muscles, pound a pint, murder some oysters.
Let's legitimize the... just destroy the view at that park.
Yeah.
I want to thank all the bods that showed up for the bod hat.
Me too.
Meetup. Like, that was ridiculous.
It was like...
We came out of the 1010 building at Duncan and Richmond, that corner, and all of a sudden I look, and there was like one person or two to the right, and then we turned to the left, and there's this huge gaggle crowd of people.
I had
standing on the corner.
I just finished saying as we were coming down the stairs, like, watch, if there'll probably be one person here, but that would be awesome.
Maybe one.
And it was like a Charlie Brown Christmas, like, do
It was.
do 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 do, like light snow, buds gathered, and as people got their hats and left, you'd hear like, later, bud, Merry Christmas, bud, see you later, bud, all the buds echoing down the street.
We bought 2 big bags of salt and Vinny chips, so we were crushing some Vickies
and sharing them.
Kettle salties.
And people were, in the spirit of bodism and Canadianity, buying hats for other bods who had sent them down. One of the sheepdogs was there. Like, it was a whole thing.
Yes, Ryan, yes. And also, we got to get some hats out, and we got some great thanks from the Flatliners. They had some good gear, TNT. They were wearing the snapbacks. Some great shots from them. We obviously, the fortunate ones, we had a great time hanging with them, but they're always giving us awesome shout-outs with the snapbacks.
Yep, and their Christmas record has been on heavy rotation in our house. Justin Trudeau picked a song of theirs to put on his playlist, I think on Sham FM or something.
Of the year, yeah. His top 5 jams, isn't it? Speaking of the fortunate ones.
I sent Andrew a text and said, you need some big Christmas balls to take on Kenny and Dolly, because they are both great singers, but Andrew and Kat are great singers too, and they really pull this off.
They crush it. Great stuff.
So nice.
Thanks again for them letting me, because I took a late flight out in Newfoundland and got to hang out with Andrew and Patty all day. Catherine was off to her New York with her mom. Hope she had a good trip there. But the hospitality was fantastic.
It sure was. Guys. And on the subject of thanks, after 95 came out, I was so moved by the number of messages that Bud sent and number of stories that people shared about losing loved ones and grief, and people who were going through similar situations and people who had, and was just reminded once again what a cozy quilt of Canadianity we are wrapped in. So my sincere thanks for taking your time to send those messages along. That was really, really helpful and really cool. Yeah.
This has been a great year, I gotta say, for all things, although there's been a lot of horrible loss. Stuff like meeting these guys and, the fact that they're doing well musically, and obviously our bod, Tim, and the Arkells, like, I don't even know if anybody had a bigger year than they did. We saw that band graduate from, like, theaters to arenas now.
Unbelievable.
Cops Coliseum in Hamilton, and it's jammed. So the fact that they've become the new kind of arena rock band in Canada is just, taken there to 2016 up.
And if you didn't know it before, the number of year-end best-of lists that Arkells are not only on, but usually at the top.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And the other thing, as far as Canadianity goes, is Gord Downie was obviously named Newsmaker of the Year, rightfully so. Strombo has done this thing where, 30 Canadian bands cover hip songs, and that's going to be on New Year's Day. Can't wait to listen to that.
And he's doing well with the House of Strombo. He's basically done the transition from television to YouTube, which is probably a good idea for him.
Really good idea.
Yeah. It's a good move. He has the experience of bringing artists and bands and interviews into his house. It just makes it a way better situation and watchable from the perspective of, you're right there, you're in his house, and you see the effort that's being put forth, and it's all him doing it. So a lot of respect for him for all of this stuff.
It feels like a real natural fit for him. And, of course, this year had hardships. Like, I was just thinking about our lives specifically. We lost a couple horses. My mom passed, obviously. Carol's grandmother passed. But on the other side of those scales, so many beautiful, wonderful things happened as far as travel and unique opportunities and special moments, both big and small. And as long as the good stuff outweighs the bad, you're doing okay, buds.
No kidding. Listen to this one.
Coburn?
Yeah.
Bruce Coburn.
As he comes in, Gord hears Bernie listening to this at the Christmas party.
Bernie, what the hell is this playing on their ghetto blaster?
Well, I thought I put a Christmas music on for the party here.
Well, I knew it must have been you, because this wouldn't be on the goddamn radio, I'll tell you that for free. Unless you were listening to Garbage FM.
Listen, Gord, can I get you another some more Swiss Chalet here? I mean,
look, if I want Swiss Chalet, I'd buy my own franchise with the money in my wallet at this very moment, Bernie, and you probably could too with the money you've made off my back.
Check out the spread, though. Look, we even have the sauce and big bass cups here. This song's all right. There's some depth in this song.
I mean, who's even playing the sessions? Do you want to hear something great?
What?
So this guy, a few days ago, sends me a tweet and says, how much would I have to donate to get an autographed picture of J-Rock?
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, first of all, I don't have any pictures of J-Rock. Second of all, if you make a donation of $50, I will record a personalized greeting for you. So he made a donation of $100. Awesome. And I said, who's the greeting for? He said his daughter. So I recorded it on my phone and shipped it out.
Classic move.
So
that little tiny snowball started.
Big time. It's been, Jeremy, it's been 4 days. It's been 4 days. And we've raised over $20,000.
And this is for a local food bank.
Well, I said any shelter or food bank or Northwood Manor where my mom was. Yeah, any donation of $50 or more will get a personalized J-Rock reading. But here's a great thing. Most of them are J-Rock readings, and they've been as far away as Finland and Australia and Ireland. But here's the great thing. I got one saying, could you do an Andrea reading?
No.
Yeah, I got another one from a guy saying, my girlfriend loves Lightfoot. We love your Lightfoot voice. So I did one for them as Gord. I've done a couple of greetings as my character from Mr. D.
Great.
But it's been awesome. And I feel a bit weird talking about it because I don't want to make it seem like I'm doing it for the purpose of getting attention for myself. But the thing that's really wild is one tweet on the internet. Mm-hmm. And it has just taken root like this. And my plan is, next year, imagine if the Letterkenny guys, Ron and Don, Mansbridge, Mercer, 22 Minutes, Schitt's Creek, Mr. D Cast, get this network of people in Canada. So you want to get your uncle a Merry Christmas greeting from Don Cherry? Just make a donation of this much to whatever cause Don wants.
Fantastic.
It could be huge because as a performer, all you have to do is hit record on your phone and say, hey, buddy, Merry Christmas, Dave, you're a beauty, and send it. And Dave is stoked, and the shelter gets some money.
It's amazing. How much have you raised so far?
Over 20 grand.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, what? How do we get a hold of you to do it? Because you can continue to do.
Well, Jeremy, I do one for you for free, bud.
No, I know, but for the folks out there, what do they just tweet you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been saying tweet proof of a donation of $50 or more. And the reason we're at 20 is because a lot of people have given $100, and one guy gave $2,000.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's really great.
Fantastic, nice job.
But yeah, so somebody asked me to do a thing as Gord, so I sang a custom Gord song for this guy to give to his fiancée on Christmas.
Oh man, that's fantastic! I love it.
It's been fun.
Here's a classic that the loss of the year, probably one of them. Bowie, the Bing Crosby Bowie.
Boy, that's a hard conversation, isn't it? The loss of the year, because there were some doozies.
Oh, I know. It's just from Prince to this to Muhammad Ali. It's been all time.
Muhammad Ali, that was this year too, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Like it's just so There's way too many to think. In all genres. It's not just music.
Although I said it at the time, the last picture of David Bowie, last public one anyway, when he was on the street in a suit, beaming.
All dolled up still.
That'll bring some comfort to you.
They're saddling over to the piano here, him and Bing. I heard Bing was a bit of a prick, back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. Bing Crosby, apparently. Just a nasty motherfucker.
Like in what way?
I don't know, like he used to beat up his wife and kids or stuff like that. This is all alleged what I heard, but not the bot of the week.
I can't believe you're dropping those heinous things against the soundtrack of a beautiful classic Christmas tale. Peace on Earth.
Boxing his kids' ears on the holidays. Okay, let's...
I mean, it's no secret that a lot of high-profile masks are tangling with some dark issues.
Oh, man.
Stand-up comics, I would say, especially.
Back in the day, though, man, there was some crazy shit going on in those...
Fueled by Michael Caine. So, Carol actually requested this.
To do the 8 Days of Christmas, composed by yours truly.
No.
On Christmas night of 1970.
No.
Gary and Blair McLean always took credit for this.
They always took credit.
And truly,
Is this Randy Bachman?
the case.
Burton.
Yeah, I came up with this, and Gary sang some harmonies with me. It was Christmas.
They're saying he's taking credit for it.
What is
I
it?
hope I can remember.
It's him at that keyboard in his house.
What's
again.
the song, though?
8 Days of Christmas. On his Casio.
So who tried to jack credit for the 8 Days of Christmas?
I don't know, a couple guys that were jamming it with him. His version of it.
I like that some bud sent us video of Bert in the waiting lounge for his flight, playing piano on his legs. Air piano, in case no one recognized him.
Yeah. The
Wow.
dime bag of Panama Red.
Wow.
Listen.
What?
It's on drugs.
On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 pink pills, 2 hits of acid, and a dime bag of Panama Red.
What's 5 gonna be?
Day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 snorts of coke, 3 hits of acid, and
What is wrong with him?
2 hits of acid. Yes.
day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 pounds of hash.
And he has to pointedly say, this was my idea. It's
Yeah.
very important to him that people know this is his idea.
My true love sent to me 6 joints of smoking, 5 pounds of
Oh my gosh. There's only 2 more days. I kind of feel like we have to see it through now. I thought Taking Care of Christmas was the worst carol in history.
acid.
Where are we, 7?
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 healthy roaches, 6 joints of smoking.
Oh my gosh.
Healthy roaches.
It should have been maybe the 3 Days of Christmas.
You gotta love Mrs. Black, especially in the holiday season. 4 snorts of coke.
Someone told Burton at a birthday party in grade 3, "You're funny, dude. You're so funny." And he's never forgotten it.
Here's the last one.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 hooters hooting, 7 healthy roaches,
8 what?
joints of smoking.
Hooters hooting.
5 pounds of hash.
He's a good piano player.
That is too much.
He is a good piano player. So let's take a break on TNT 96, and when we come back, this was Carol's request. I'd forgotten that we play the Holiday Hum-Off.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll play the Holiday Hum-Off, and then I've actually had some great experience on the customer service front, including a very peculiar exchange with one of the geniuses at the Apple Genius Bar, which I can't wait to tell you about.
Nice.
TNT 96 is just getting rolling. God bless us, everyone.
Where's my beer chair?
Merry Christmas Part 2.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah?
Carol takes part in a cookie exchange every year
Oh.
with her sisters and mom and a few friends, where everybody makes, a couple of types of cookies and bring them and they exchange them. So
Yeah.
the idea is you have like 8 to 10 kinds of cookies. Good idea.
Love that.
This year she made, her chocolate chip cookies are legendary. This year she made
They are.
chocolate chip cookies that are Oreo stuffed.
Oh, my God.
So you bite into a chocolate chip
And there's an
cookie,
Oreo in
surprise, there's an Oreo in your mouth.
Fuck.
They don't even make sense. They're like little top hats of deliciosity.
That's what they look like? There's a little top hat? Because there's a... You can tell there's
Because in
something
the
there.
middle, there's a little Oreo lying in wait to attack your taste buds.
So it looks like a little UFO mask.
Hey, if we ever made a cookbook, we should call it Taste Bods. It's almost worth making a cookbook just to call it Taste Bods.
Bod burgers? Bod fries?
Bodbecue.
Yeah.
I was in the pool this morning with the girls.
Oh, were you? I
And,
thought you were skating.
No, we were in the pool.
Oh.
I gave them the choice, and they opted to go swimming. And this
Like what?
dude kind of swam over and said, "Hey, love the podcast, man."
No.
It's always such a kick.
I love
Because
that.
I guess it feels like just a phone conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you bump into people who are like, "Yeah, I listen to that phone conversation all the time. Feels good."
It's really good. How, do you want to hear another jam, or do you want to play the hum off?
Let's hear one more jam, then we'll play the hum off.
Can't go wrong with the Vince Guaraldi Trio.
No, you can't.
The old Charlie Brown Christmas album. Classic shit right here, boy.
There's a jazz drummer named Jerry Grinelli. Do you know that name?
You making that up?
No. And
Is that like-
I think, I don't know if they still do, but I think for a few years running in Halifax, they performed Charlie Brown Christmas live.
Oh, okay.
Be cool to see.
Jerry Grinelli?
Yeah.
Sounds like a fake name. Sounds like you just
One of them
made it
jazz
up.
masks.
Say it again like you made up another guy.
Yeah, do you know Scooter Travis?
No, I'm not sure. Scooter Travis.
Yeah, he's friends with Tim and Scott and all those guys. But
Oh,
right, you try to back it up with some factoids and speed through it.
yeah. Like this one, Percy Sweetser. He did some horns with Colin James in the 80s and bounced around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing this a lot of the classic rock album live kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Spectre. Was it Scooter or Spectre? I forget his name already.
That my okay means I don't believe you,
Yeah.
but I want to sail over this.
Like if Donovan was listening to you talk.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine Donovan when someone else comes in and it's like, because he treats everybody like
Yeah.
shit.
Okay, I'll be Donovan and you be a guy who's like kind of name droppy.
Okay, I'll be like doing how about this? I'm doing a bass, fill-in bass guy that you could give a shit about. Some
Session guy, yeah.
Okay.
All right, you ready then?
Yeah, it's all good here, ready to go. Hey,
Right.
I was hanging out with
Right.
Victor the other day.
Oh yeah, right.
Victor Schalsberg. He's a heavy.
Yeah, no, Victor well, yeah.
Yeah, he
How's the level sound?
sounds pretty good.
Great.
Anyway,
So we're recording.
we were going to
Oh,
saving
typical
up.
Victor, yeah.
We wanted to go to every MLB park in America one summer.
Okay,
And,
yeah, right.
So we took 3
Yeah,
months.
yeah. It's great. Donovan
He's like,
doesn't want to hear. He ain't nobody got time for anybody else's name drops.
He's like, now you gotta get him to turn it around and like I don't want to hear anymore because I met the queen.
Oh yeah.
So, no.
All right, so keep going.
You don't even like play along. You just jump right on him.
Okay, so keep going.
Yeah. So, and we went to like 3 or 4 ballparks. I can't believe it. Like
Do you know who doesn't like baseball? The Queen.
Yeah. So
Friend of mine, the Queen of England,
Friend
Elizabeth.
Like friend, you met her?
Queen Elizabeth. Yeah. Sorry, just reading a text from the Queen. Okay, we're recording. He just queen bashes anybody who tries to trump. That's his trump card.
He's talking about. He's like, see that recipe, and he's pointing at the triangle cucumber sandwiches on the big tray. See that recipe? That's from the Queen.
It's what the Queen feeds her Yorkies. The Queen. The Queen.
The guy's telling another story and he just shoves one of those cucumber sandwiches in his mouth.
And the guy's there for 3 days, and on day 2, Donovan's like, Queen. Just shorthand.
And other bands, or EC's apartment in New York. Right?
Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
Well, he has to give people nicknames and then double back to say who it is. Was that EC's place, yeah? Or Eric Clapton to you? I'm so familiar with him that it doesn't occur to me that you would know who EC was.
Whenever you stay at his place in New York.
When I was at Elton's... Who's Elton's?
I always stay at Elton's in Paris.
Now, to be clear, when I'm talking about the Queen, it's not Elton.
And it's not the Queen, the band. It goes into that he did work.
It's not Queen, the band. That's Freddie. So when I refer to Freddie, that's Freddie Mercury. When I refer to the Queen, that's George Michael. But when I refer to the Queen, that's Elizabeth. And when I refer to the Queen, that's Elton John.
Remember how influential he was with each artist? What did he do with Queen? He's like, I took Freddie Mercury to Studio 54 for the first time.
Freddie had an idea for a song called We Are Second Place. And I was like, Freddie, come on, love. Nobody remembers who was in second place. You're the champion. And he was like, oh, right then. And I remember I was saying with the Queen and the Queen and the Queen and the band Queen.
Paul McCartney.
See, I call the Queen Beth. That's my pet name.
He got Paul McCartney's off meat in the late 60s.
Yeah.
I made him veggie.
I introduced Paul and Linda. Introduced them.
Because he was in the Kodak family. He was already down with them.
My girlfriend at the time, Madeline Kodak, she was friendly with Vidal Sassoon, who did the hair of the Queen, the band, not the matriarch.
That guy with the ponytail and the beard.
And it comes out how they met was Donovan's mum was chief nurse to the Queen mum. That's how he got to know the Queen.
He told Sting to go solo from the Police. I was at Shea Stadium.
Sting, Gordon, I call him, Sumner. Do you really want to fight with Stuart? With little Andy in the middle?
He breaks it down. Even if you did small arenas compared to this, by yourself.
Best words to say as Donovan include Queen, Meadow, and Elton.
What else did he do? He there's like moments in classic rock history. Jimi Hendrix is like, take it easy, Jimmy, at the party, drinking too much.
Well, I was the one that posed the question to Bob Geldof over Devon clotted cream and scones and Cornish pasties. I said, Bob, do they know it's Christmas? Let's start there. And he stopped with a bite of pasty in his mouth and said, oh my God, Donovan, I don't know if they do know. I don't know if they do know. I didn't know if they do know.
Do they know?
Do they even know it's Christmas? If you said to an African, Happy Christmas, would they know? I was talking about this with Lauren Meservey.
Bob, could you feed the world?
I was talking about this with Lauren Meservey when she filled in on the news talk show for you because you had diphtheria.
I did. I was dying.
Do they know it's Christmas? First of all, it was a spectacular song to play on the darts too.
Yeah.
But secondly, is there a more condescending question in the history of music? Do they know it's Christmas?
Unreal.
It would have been much more sensitive and sympathetic to say, you can imagine how, in their case, sometimes it must not feel much like Christmas. It's a more cumbersome song, but at least the sentiment is less, I don't know, condescending.
Yeah, I want to talk about that mic-dropping stomach flu that I got on that song.
You want to do it now?
Well, I just want to tell you how horrible it was. It was.
Let's hear it. Let's get right into things.
Top 3 sicknesses of my life.
Well, it seemed to last for days.
Yeah. It was mostly just like running to the toilet and just, fire hosing out the stomach aches every 15 minutes.
Like a fireboat.
But there was this also this aching and pain in the limbs throughout your whole body, and a really bad headache, and the stomach ache, just really bad cramps for a good I don't know, 25 hours of that.
Wow.
And just after that, just the a consistent stomach ache, and then the all-time Andre the Giant runs just for 2-3 days afterwards. So
the prospect of food is no.
My daughter got it the first on, I think it was Friday or Thursday night, and she must have thrown up Dave Steve 37 times, legit, all just constantly, and she was being so good about it. She's only 6, but she would run to the bucket or run to the bathroom and not freak out or cry, just get it over with, and then go back and lie down again. Just a super champ. I let full on. And then, so I got it on the weekend, and then John, my son, got it, and then Jack got it, and finally Lisa got it.
Man,
a couple days ago. But we were just...
Were you a super champ about it, or were you a bit...
I was the worst. I was moaning. Lisa actually gave me a come on, for real? She hit me with one of those? Come on. And then I felt like moaning, and she's says to me, are you crying?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not crying.
And I go, listen, I know I'm being a total baby about this, but I hope you don't get this, but if you do, at least you'll sympathize a little more. And when she finally did, she said she couldn't stop throwing up nonstop for at least 20 hours, and it's one of those sicknesses where you're not fine afterwards. After you throw up, you have to go lie down, you feel sick again.
It's the worst.
She was in bed all day feeling awful, and at least saw some of the reality of how bad it actually was. It was a knee knocker.
Seeing your kids that sick is the worst, and somehow when they're really good about it, it's almost more heartbreaking.
Yeah, they're just
like
trying to
good little troopers.
Yeah, they're just trying to get through it and being cool, positive.
I always think it's pretty cool that your body is able to purge whatever is not supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
Through a couple of different methods. That's pretty cool when you think about it.
It really is. And I can't believe we have yet to start the holiday hum off.
I know. There's just so much catching up to do.
So fun. Whew. Let's do it.
Well, I'm glad you're on the rebound, bud, because that is no fun. I know that, I mean, it started on the tour. I have only felt like myself in the last couple of days. Whatever I had just kept mutating from my chest to my nose to my sinuses to my head to my nose. Hey, Carol and I went to Nashville for a couple of days.
Yeah, how was that?
And, well, it was so great for us to spend time together, just the two of us, and we love that city, as you know. But this is what happened. We went out for dinner, and we were going to see Jennifer Nettles, who's a singer from Sugarland, perform with the Nashville Symphony, a Christmas concert.
Yeah.
And she's an unbelievable singer. I've never seen or heard her miss a note. She's just one of those people that was born to sing.
Yep.
So towards the end of our meal, I get the hiccups, and not the like I get these like terrible, like, is there a vulture in the restaurant?
Like
hiccups.
the equivalent to the onion belches?
Yeah, exactly. Like same level of intensity. Jeremy has witnessed when we've been on the road that if I ingest a lot of onions, it seems to it makes me a little gaseous in the mouth area.
It does. It's every 3 minutes. And they're solid belches.
Yeah, they are. If you watch Trailer Park Boys, Phil Collins' belches are actually mine that we recorded wild after I had some Diet Coke. So I have the hiccups really bad. So the server comes over and says, "Can I get you guys anything else?" And I say, "No, unless you want to scare me because I have the hiccups." And she says, "Oh, no, you know what you need is bitters."
Bitters?
Like, I've never heard of this. Bitters that they use to mix cocktails with.
Yeah.
So she comes over with bitters and the bill, and we settle up, and I'm sitting right there with the bitters, and I'm still going like, like the worst sound. Out of nowhere, she comes up behind me and goes, "Ah!"
No.
She did it. She scared me, and they were gone.
No.
Yes, I'd always heard that you can scare the hiccups out of someone, but it's never successfully been done to me, and I've never successfully done it to somebody. But I went, "Ah!"
So the bitters was
it.
just a thing to get you to look the other way or whatever?
I don't know if the bitters was a decoy or if that was a legit solution as far as she knew.
Yeah.
But in any event, she scared the hiccups clean out of me.
Wow. You know what else
works.
I saw that works? And
What?
it's the craziest thing was, I think it was 2 packets of sugar.
Yep.
Swallowing them for some reason.
I've tried that, and people say if you take like 20 sips of water in a row, and people
20?
say if you drink water upside down, that can really work.
Drink water upside down.
Yeah, like drink water, turn your head upside down and drink water. Okay, we're not going to get to the holiday hum off in this section, so I want to tell you about my customer service things really quick.
Yeah.
Because people write in about the stuff and they're curious. The first is Cummins has replaced my generator in my RV.
Fantastic.
Thanks to Bob at Cummins Northeast in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, who really championed it. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
But fuck that original Bruce guy still, though.
Yeah. Screw him.
Yeah.
Got some great service at BMW Mini in Halifax. They went above and beyond. And I'm just not used to feeling great when I leave places. So I made an appointment at the Genius Bar in Halifax last week. Got this great dude. Part of the challenge for me with the pod is on my MacBook Air, it often says your startup disk is full, there's no room, there's whatever. Mm-hmm. So he was able to both explain it in layperson's terms, like, okay, so your MacBook Air is like your cottage, and you need a shed to put your mower and shovels and hoses and all that other stuff in.
Yeah.
To make room in your cottage so you're not tripping over things all the time. Like, wow, I understand that, and I'm not a computer person.
Like an external hard drive or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably sounds really basic to most people, but he was able to speak to me in terms I understand, which is really at a premium in the tech arena when you don't think technologically like me.
Yeah.
So this was the amazing thing. They also fixed my phone. This guy was great. So we spent quite a bit of time together, and I was like, so, is it easy to wheel ladies when you're working in here? Because obviously imagine you're a university student and you lost your essay, or so you thought, and then this guy was able to calm you down and find it for you. Like, I'm sure that, has a certain level of cachet. So we talked about that a little bit, but this was the revelation. I said, do people ever ask you to help with strange things? And he said, dudes come in all the time and say, can you help me rearrange my dick pics?
Come on.
And they'll open up folders and there's like 80 pictures of their bird and they want the dude's help to rearrange them.
But that's just that happens the most consistently.
Yeah.
Just some creep that it's the equivalent of a flasher, I guess.
I don't think. I think it's like, yeah, I'm actually having a little bit of problem with my storage. Can you help me? And like the content is secondary, or they're not self-conscious about it, or it's not a come on.
No, but they're saying dick pics, not just...
Yeah, like, can you help me arrange my photos?
And then there's 1,000 pictures of cocks.
Bird. Yeah. Can you imagine working there?
Have you ever seen that when, like, all of a sudden, like, I remember a guy was showing me his phone. I don't want to say who because it's embarrassing. But, like, I look and he's like, yeah, check it out. And he's swiping his photos, and there's all these photos of not just his cock, but, like, all this, like, close-up pictures of women's genitals. What? And, like, yeah, all these, like, throughout, like, pictures of, him on vacation, and then all of a sudden that. And he's swiping through it like it's no big deal.
Here's my bird at the Eiffel Tower. Here's my bird at thing.
Yeah,
well, I had a friend.
Like those weirdos that would like put on a porn at a party just thinking like it's an okay move. They're out there.
I had a friend who would take a picture of his bird, like set it to his home screen, and set his phone down on the bar beside a young lady and order a drink and pretend he didn't even notice it was there.
Okay, we got to take a break here because we're running
Surprisingly
out of space.
effective, bots.
Come back, will you?
What? What the? What is happening to my ears?
It's Gino Vanelli or old school Christmas song.
Or cheesy Mrs. Vanelli's.
It's like instead of doing a cover, I'm just going to use all the choruses from all the other songs. Is this still him or is this someone else?
I think it's still him. He can sing. He can really sing. Do you know what I keep thinking it's going to be?
It's
just
a little
hold my
dramatic.
hand and I'll be there. Do you know what? Do you know what I don't enjoy? Is the Jessica Simpsonification of carols.
Oh, I can't deal with
Like
the
the
jinka-jinka-jinka-jinka. Oh no, fuck that.
Like that stuff. And I don't want a song that says, go Rudolph, go Rudolph, go Rudolph. Like any contemporary, any like trying to make it a dance track.
Like the Boney M Christmas album?
No, that's perfect. Don't you dare talk about that. But the
You like that one?
go jingle, go bells, go Rudolph, whatever that stuff is. No thanks. Let's get into this holiday hum off, want to?
Let's do this.
Okay. Who's going first? I'm going to give you a scenario first. Ready?
Yeah.
You're second in line at Shoppers and you have to pee. But the woman who's at the checkout is buying butter because they market way down there, and her debit card keeps getting declined. So you're getting really impatient as she's like, oh dear, where's my Shoppers Optimum card? Like, taking way too long. And your passive-aggressive holiday hum-off carol is God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
Come on. You can use cash, you know.
Okay, now the cashier calls for a price check.
It's not Christmas Eve or anything.
Stacey, can I get a price check on butter in aisle 2, please? Price check on butter in aisle 2.
Oh, come on!
He was kind of keeping it together. And did he wet himself a little bit on the come on?
Yeah, he's so pissed. He's looking behind him, and there's a huge lineup. And you know when people start working each other up?
Yeah,
the guy at the back's like, what the fuck? And then they look, you like, I know, what the fuck? And then next thing you know, everyone's like, yeah, let's all fucking get this person. Like, so he feels he's got the whole crowd, so he can say something.
There's always that person who's trying to make eye contact to share an eye roll.
Yeah, for
As if to say, like, well, if that was me, I wouldn't be holding you up. Don't worry about me.
And then you get the eye roll of return, like, yeah, you get him. Go for it.
Okay, what's mine?
Okay.
I love the holiday hum off.
I like it when it's like because busy shopping is part of the deal.
Yeah.
And impatience is probably one of the easier things, but I'm going to switch the gears here.
Okay.
You are just finished work on your last day, time for the holidays.
Okay.
And you're driving home, but you don't realize you're running out of gas and you're not going to make it to the next gas station. So you
no.
Yeah. And the jam is Jingle Bells.
Okay. Come on. No. Move. Fuck.
Yes, as he's rolling slow on the
onto the shoulder. Dang.
Gets the phone. He's calling his wife.
I felt that anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in an elevator, and you were just gaseous because you thought no one's going to get on between 3 and lobby, and it stops at 2.
I'm gaseous?
You were just gaseous in the elevator by yourself, but it stopped at 2, and a mother and her 2 kids are getting on, and you want to hum so that you distract from what is very apparent.
Okay.
And your song is Good King Wenceslas, and it starts with my elevator ding with the door opening.
I need a new jam.
Why?
I can't, because I don't know. I'm going to get that one confused with the last one I did.
Okay, how about
changing it up?
Jingle Bell Rock?
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Ding.
Whoa.
Mommy.
Whoops.
Mommy. Mommy, what is... I think someone was gaseous.
Wasn't me. Zing da boom, zing ba ding. Wow. Whoa, dude, jeez. No, they just got off before this.
Trying to blame.
Yeah.
Mommy, what is... Not now, honey. Mommy, why does it smell like burritos in here?
Okay, hang on a second. Oh, okay, let's get your next one ready. You ready?
Yeah, hit me.
You're you're a store manager at Christmas time at Orange Julius, and you're peering through the window at the back, making sure everyone's doing their gigs. Slacker employees.
Okay.
And your jam is White Christmas.
Okay.
Okay.
And are they messing up or they're doing okay?
Both. Probably not. They're slacking.
Okay. Lum. Nice. Girl Trudy. No. Are you? That's not how. Calvin. No, Calvin! Don't smell the Orange Julius. I worked with a friend at McDonald's who, if he poured a root beer and a Coke and someone was like, sorry, which is which, he'd pop the lid off and smell it in front of the customer.
No way.
Yeah, like it's not, by the letter of the law, it's not officially unsanitary, but it's not ideal.
Imagine having a rip.
You take a little pull on it.
Yeah, like, no.
I took the girls to McDonald's yesterday with my sister Marge, and for some reason, it was like a couple Happy Meals, Big Mac, and thing. For some reason, it was $35, and I could tell the guy working at the counter was overwhelmed, because it took him a few times, like, sorry. So it was McNuggets? Yeah, McNuggets. And orange juice, apple juice, and apple slices, fries. Okay. Like, completely overwhelmed. So people that came after us were getting their meals, and no problem. And it had been like 10 or 12 minutes, so I kind of sidled up to the tray where just a juice and chocolate milk was sitting, and I looked at the receipt, and there was a double fillet of fish on our order somehow, and I remember from working there that those take 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. So he snuck in a double fillet of fish on our order, and that's why it was $35, and that's why it was 12 minutes. And I was like,
double fillet of fish.
I didn't even know they made such a thing.
Yeah, I've never. That's some secret menu shit, right?
It's a $10 sandwich. Whoever would pound a double fillet of fish?
I was never a fillet of fish guy.
Okay, no, me neither.
Is there another one? Is it my turn?
No, yeah, it's your turn. I'll give you the scenario.
Okay.
Double fillet of fish.
Okay.
You, every year for the last 10 years, have been putting together a photo essay entitled, the McPherson's 2016. It's your annual family photo projection thing. The projector is not working. And you are really excited about it. Everyone else is not. And you're trying to force the projector to work. Your song is Here Comes Santa Claus. Good luck.
Okay. Zadu up ba da da 1 second.
Dad, do you need
it's not working. It's not working.
I just used it this morning. Can I take a look at it?
Fucking light won't work.
Maybe it's a sign, Norman.
Sucker.
Maybe it's a sign, Norman. Maybe we can do it tomorrow.
Okay.
See, sucker.
His mind.
Did Ronnie ever drop heavy swears in front of you guys?
Oh, the worst. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Did he ever land any combos?
Oh, definitely. The worst I heard was like just throwing out angrily to something, calling it a scunnering C word.
Scuttering?
Scunnering.
What does that mean?
Like to an inanimate object, calling it a scunnering C bomb.
What does scunnering mean?
I don't know, like rolling along and burrowing into a hole or something.
Wow. But would he like drop it casually under his breath, or he'd yell it?
No, screaming it.
Yeah.
Maybe even in traffic or something.
Imagine living in the apartment next door and hearing that drop.
Yeah, good times.
All right, do you have another holiday hum off for me?
The time he was yelling and screaming to the possible burglar downstairs, he was doing all kinds of harsh language.
He's trying to out crazy the crazy.
Yeah, pounding his feet around. Okay, so you're on a bus in the city, and you see a hot girl and you get all fired up.
Okay. Yeah.
And the song is classic here. What's a good one that we haven't done yet? Silver Bells. That's
okay, good.
Silver Bells. Hit that, all right?
Yeah.
There you go. All set on the bus. Horny.
Will you be the girl?
Sure.
Because I'm going to sit close to you and then apologize, even though there's nothing to apologize for.
Oh, yikes.
Pull that move.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Get your shopping done?
Yes, thanks.
Me too. Just finished. Record year for me. I mean, I just finished last year. Staying around, or you going away for the holiday season?
I'm getting off soon.
Well, that's what she said. Where are you going now? To probably to work or your boyfriend's house?
Away.
Oh, that sounds great. I wouldn't mind getting away from here myself. Should we do it? Should we just... I know it sounds crazy, but should we just go? You and me? Just see what happens?
Fuck this guy. Should we just go like the ugly guy?
Oh my god, you're right. Let's just go.
The big fucking fat loser guy at the party that says, "Oh, I wish I was single. If I was single, I would have talked to that girl there and taken her home." Like, yeah, right.
She was thinking the same thing looking at you, dog.
Yeah. Hey, wish I was single. The big, like, dad guy that says that.
I'm thinking of the dude from... Okay, come here with me. What was the show after the Cosby Show with the guy with the flip-up glasses? A Different World.
Oh, yeah.
And was his name Dwayne Wayne?
I think so, yeah.
So who was the big-boned gentleman? Or I might know. You know what I'm thinking?
Are you talking about A Different World?
No.
That show?
I was, yes, but I meant Head of the Class with Howard Hessman.
What about it? Oh, the fat white kid?
Yeah.
The guy who always had the smart remarks?
Yeah.
What about him?
Well, that's who I was thinking of when you said, like, oh, man, so many hot tamales here. I wish I was single.
Yeah, no, I was even thinking of, like, this, 55-year-old guy that sees, like, cheerleaders and says, "Oh, I wish I was single."
Crunch, crunch, crunch guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, people love crunch, crunch, crunch. And there's a Christmas book that has crunch, crunch, crunch in it. Right?
Yeah,
people have been sending it to us a lot.
It's like some reindeer with the crunch, crunch, crunch.
Crunch, crunch, crunch reindeer. It's funny to think that people are reading carols to their kids and going, "Hey, wait a sec. TNT masks."
Crunch, crunch, crunch. I love that.
Are you gonna make any New Year's resolutions?
I try to not do it in New Year's. If I do something, I just try and do it.
Right.
So not really. I'm not really a New Year's guy.
I find there's a lot of pressure to make plans for New Year's Eve because it's such a have fun now kind of
Yeah, but don't
environment.
you just like end up hanging out in the house with the kids? That's
Usually.
what we do. That's the new move, which is actually fun because you don't have to worry about going out. You just prepare for hanging out in the house.
Yep.
And it's like they party and they stay up late. And that, last year Annalise was like doing concerts, like performances just for a gas, like talent night thing.
Love it.
And then John got up and rocked the recorder because he kills it on the recorder.
Does he?
Yeah.
The girls have been doing like Santa Claus just dances and stuff like that. They're so fired up. They're so into it. It's great.
Man, what would be cool is paying some guy to come and do the legit, like, from the roof and into the house, like, acting Santa Claus move.
Like, what was that crash in the living room?
Yeah, and then they actually hear it, or you like maybe you get a video of like legit, like not you in a suit, just to really get things going.
Like Sasquatch styles, like grainy video.
Yeah, with the marks, with the sleigh marks and all that shit. Big
Actually, not a bad
pounding
idea.
On the roof. Even if you got the big pounding on the roof, like they're getting off the sleigh and walking.
We're sitting on a gold mine. We're sitting on a gold mine, bud. Pounders.ca. It's our new company, Roof Pounders.
Come pound every night and just go pound on your roof.
Let us come pound you. We'll help sell the magic.
Pound Christmas right back into your kids' lives.
Poundchristmas.org.
No Santa? Come get pounded.
That's the end of our Christmas spectacular, bud.
Sleigh bells and a guy jumping up and down on the roof.
They're rosesuchclatter.ca. God bless us, everyone. Hey,
Yes.
we say this every year, but it's true. As fun as Christmas is for some folks, it's hard for others. So if there's that person in your universe who could use a little extra TLC or time or a phone call, don't hesitate to give it.
Be a bod. I love it.
Merry Christmas to you and yours, or whatever you celebrate. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. Hope 2017 is going to be tight for everybody.
Merry Christmas and the happiest of all holidays for every bods.
And also with you. See you, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Dum gang gang go ding gang, jubon bounce, dum 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 bam bam, tika dum down.